Welcome to the Game Pick Fantasy Basketball Podcast. I am your host, Robbin Marx. Now, this is a special episode. We're actually going to be doing a Dynasty draft on ESPN. It's going to be super duper lit. I'm excited about it, and I'm ready to just dig in. So I would give you a little, disclaimer that many of the actual league members didn't show for the draft. So right now, for a 12-man league, we're sitting at about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 50% of our league is here. Hopefully, they show up the last minute. We're about 10 minutes before we start. However, this is just a good example of what not to do for a draft. Don't sign up for a draft if you don't intend on showing up, especially if it's a dynasty draft, because a dynasty draft, you got to look at it like it's a long-term process. So you want to give it that respect. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we're going to get this thing started. Okay, so we are about 7 minutes and 5 seconds before we start. Why don't I just quickly tell you about the actual structure of the league? So basically, it's going to be a 12-man dynasty, head-to-head points for ESPN. Now, one thing that's worth noting is that the scoring system is pretty much set up according to the standard ESPN scoring. However, I always like to give a couple extra points for double doubles, triple doubles, and if you're lucky enough, quadruple doubles. So there'll be 2 points for double doubles, 3 points, 3 extra points for triple doubles, and 4 points if you're lucky enough to get a quadruple double. And also to avoid any ties, which I've experienced a lot in fantasy, is like being caught out there and getting caught with a tie. I made sure to add 0.1 points to every point scored. So hopefully that would alleviate any potential ties. Right now, I am in the number 1 pick. So it's pretty clear on who I'm going to go with. For Dynasty, it's not like a regular draft where you're just drafting for the year. What I often tell people is if you're in a Dynasty draft, you want to look at your team with a 3 to 4 year lens. Now, what do I mean? When you come into it, you don't want to just, let me just pick the hottest player. For example, let's talk about a player like LeBron James. LeBron James, I think, scored 85 fantasy points the other night. Like, he is rolling right now because Anthony Davis is injured. Russell Westbrook is underperforming. They're a little shorthanded. So he's having to play his best basketball later on in his career. Although he is a tremendous value in all formats, I wouldn't go drafting him in the second round of a dynasty draft because in a year or two, he's going to have a sharp decline, or he might even retire. So with that being said, you want to make sure that you're drafting young. So one of the resources that I use, and I'm on the hilltops about this organization, they're called #basketball. I don't know if you guys have heard about them, but basically #basketball.com, you can go there and get their free dynasty rankings, their free points leagues rankings, their 9-category rankings, the works. Also, I would add that if you pay a small subscription price, which I think is like $2 to be a part of their Patreon, you get access to their integration with your league. So they'll give you like, the waiver targets, what your draft analyzer would look like. It's just an amazing resource at a really affordable price. So if you're interested in that, please go to #basketball.com. And before we start, I might as well just go ahead and talk about our sponsor for this episode. So for this episode, we're going to be sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. It's the best place to play fantasy sports, including best ball, daily drafts, and pick'em. Start drafting in minutes for a shot at big cash and an enhanced game watching experience. Did I mention that Kevin Durant and Mark Cuban invested in Underdog? Once I heard about those cosigns, I had to spread the news. Sign up today and use the code GamePickPodcast. That's Game Pick Podcast. If you do that, Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. It's like getting free money. Don't miss out on your chance to double up from the jump. To sign up, just download the Underdog Fantasy app on Android or iOS. Now let's get back to the draft. All right, so we got about 3 minutes left. It seems like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we have eight of our members. So we're doing pretty good. So we're over 50%. I'm going to have a sip of my beverage to make sure my voice is clear as I go through this draft. So to give you a little bit of prep work before we get started, hashtag basketball, the last time they updated their Dynasty roster, and honestly, they update it every few months because it's not like league points leagues or 9-category league rankings, because it's based on a long-term big picture approach. The last time they did it was in mid-November, and the top 10 goes as follows: Jokic, Doncic, Karl Anthony Towns, Giannis, Jason Tatum, LaMelo Ball, Trae Young at number 7, Steph Curry at number 8, Bam Adebayo. He will probably go down the next time they release this. SGA at number 10. So those are the top 10 Dynasty players. I reached out to the hashtag basketball team, Joseph, sent him a message and asked him if these rankings applied for both non-category as well as, or all category leagues as well as points. And he wasn't really clear. He said that we're going to be updating it soon and you could use the roster. So for me, I kind of go by this because generally it gives me an idea of what to look for in terms of their statistics and their age. So on this grid here, I can see that Jokic is 26 years old, Doncic is 22, Karl Anthony Towns is 16, and so on. So it gives you the age of the player, also their ADP, their percentages. It's just a really valuable tool. And there's also a narrative for each player. For example, for Jokic, it says he finished first in 9-cat last season, should finish top 2 this season, and he's still only 26. He'll be the best big man in fantasy basketball for years to come. So I love that they give those little narratives. And if you guys want, let me know in the comments, and I'll gladly do a breakdown of the most recent Dynasty rankings by hashtag basketball, if that's something you want. So we are 46 seconds away. Oh my gosh, I am so hyped. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. And I just love drafting. And the thing about, like, we're in the middle of the season right now. We're at week 11 of the fantasy basketball season. Week 11 starts on Monday. So this is going to be a super late league. But the fact that it's Dynasty will be going on for seasons to come. Okay, 16 seconds. Would you count it down with me? Let's do this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. God, you gotta love that sound. Okay, so I'm on the clock with the first pick. It's very clear what I'm going to do. I'm not going to waste any time. This is a 90-second clock. For your draft, I would recommend doing at least a 60-second clock. That's something that, I rushed to kind of put this together. I should have maybe made this a 60-second or 45-second clock. But I'm going to go ahead and make my call, and that's going to go with the Joker with pick number 1. So I have the Joker on my squad. Let's see the next player off the board. So for me, I would go with Giannis or Doncic right here. Right now, the rankings are based on current points leagues. So Giannis went number 2 as expected. Number 3, I would pick, oh my God, he picked LeBron. No, come on, man. So LeBron got picked number 3. That's ridiculous. Oh my God. Why? Oh my God. Okay, so here we go. This is a learning experience too. So this brother is, the name of his team is Pistons Cade. Oh my God. Nick says, oh, the LeBron third pick. I'm going to say, why? But that's what's fun. Let's see what happens next. So we got Maple Master up next. Maple Master is up next. My basement was up next. My basement picked Steph Curry, which is not a bad pick. He's in the top 10 of the hashtag basketball Dynasty rankings. I would not have gone there. I would have taken Doncic. I would have taken Karl Anthony Towns. I would have taken LaMelo Ball. For me, I have a feeling that Harden, or I think Harden is going to go soon, and I think Doncic will go soon. But I think because Karl Anthony Towns is currently injured, Karl Anthony Towns is currently injured. Not even injured. He's on the COVID list on the NBA health and safety protocols, that they're going to let him fall to me. If he falls to me, which I have a long ways to go because we are in a snake draft, I'm going to be so happy. But right now, the next pick that went after Steph Curry was James Harden. And then Luka Doncic went 6th. So far we have Jokic, Giannis, LeBron James, oh my God, Steph Curry, James Harden, Luka Doncic, and yes, somebody took Karl Anthony Towns. Very smart. So with the 7th pick, Karl Anthony Towns is off the board, which for me, I think is super late. Again, hashtag basketball has him ranked as the number 3 dynasty player. LeBron James would be going in the 3rd or 4th round. I think that my friend who drafted him, I don't even believe, no, he's here. I think that he's just not aware. And that's okay. This is a learning experience. And I'm going to try to do some more dynasty leagues to let people practice. So LeBron at the 3rd was risky, says Mateo. LeBron at the 3rd was risky, but I mean, right now, what he is doing has been so good not to take. Mateo also says, and also I'm not too high on Giannis. Well, I could feel you with not being too high on Giannis, but long-term, Giannis is the truth, and you know what you're going to get out of him. So right now, we're waiting on pick number 8 in round 1. My man Zancan, I believe he's one of the no-shows, so I don't know if Zancan is here. I don't know if Zancan is here or not, but we're going to keep going. He's got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's see who his auto draft pick was. Bradley Beal. I wouldn't have taken Bradley Beal there. Jason Tatum's on the board. LaMelo Ball's on the board. Those are people that I would have taken over him at number 8. The 9th pick goes to Kevin Durant. Again, a little too high for me for KD. I think KD is great for Dynasty. He still has a good 3 to 5 years of good basketball in him, maybe. And like I said, you want to look at your team with a 3 to 4 year lens. Okay, so number 10, LaMelo Ball is off of the board at number 10. So LaMelo Ball is off of the board at number 10. That would make the 6th pick Doncic, 7th was Karl Anthony Towns, 8th was Bradley Beal, 9th was KD, and number 10 was LaMelo. So my man, oh shoot, I'm up. So let's see what I'm going to do here. So a lot of the players that I was hoping would fall to me are gone, but they have some young guns that I'm really interested in. So for me, Trae Young is somebody that I love. And for me, it's between Trae Young and Jason Tatum right now. So for me, they're both about the same age, but I got back-to-back picks here. So for me, I think I'm going to go ahead and clean up. It's worth noting that Joel Embiid is on the board, which I'm interested in, but because of his injury history, I don't want any parts of him. Oh, actually, I didn't have the pick. Shoot. Doing that. So, oh, man, I don't have a pick, man. I'm sorry, guys. I was looking down the line. It's not my pick. Man, somebody else got him. So Jason Tatum goes off the board at number 11. That was not your man, Robbin Marx. That was somebody else. Sorry, guys. False advertisement. I'm not going to get any of those guys, actually. I'm going to cry now. Anyway, so Jason Tatum goes number 11 after Melo Ball. We're waiting to see Team No Lucas. They have the turn. So they're going to get 2 picks back to back. It looks like he might be a no-show. So potentially we could see a Damian Lillard and Paul George back-to-back pick. In terms of their fantasy outlook, is not looking too good for Dynasty for those two. Paul George actually is number 14, which is not bad, but he's out right now and might be out for the year. There goes Damian Lillard, and there goes Paul George. Yikes. It's gonna be tough to see if we get somebody to take that team, but for fantasy Dynasty format, I think it's pretty good to have them long-term, but this year is going to be tough for whoever has that team. So Knicks is on the clock. He grabs DeJounte Murray. Nice pickup. Trae Young is still there, so I'm still alive right now. If I can get Trae Young, I'm going to be a happy camper. So I'm targeting right now, and I'm about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 picks away. I'm targeting SGA and Trae Young. SGA and Trae Young are the guys that I'm targeting. If I need to, and I don't get those guys, I'm going to just go ahead and grab Bam Adebayo with my third pick, just because I believe he'll be worth it when he gets back. I want to quickly pull up his oh, actually, no, I might take Ja Morant. Sorry about that, guys. No. I'm not taking no daggone injured player. I'm going to take Ja Morant if he falls down. Let me put him in my queue so I don't make no mistakes here. Who I got? Trae Young, Q. SGA, Q. Ja Morant is going to be, right now, Ja Morant is, let me tell you guys. Ja Morant is ranked 26th on #Dynasty rankings. 26th. I imagine that the next time they put out these rankings, he's going to be in the top 20. Maybe it's even top 15. I mean, I picked Bron. Yeah, you want to win now.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
I lost him. I lost Trae Young. God, I'm sick about that. It's okay. I got the Joker. I started off strong, and people are making some good decisions right now. The guy who took LeBron is arguing that he's trying to win now, which is cool. A lot of players do that. You want to win, and maybe you'll give up the league, leave the league. Okay, so somebody said I'd take Ja over Murray. That's sad because they're talking about Ja now. So you never want. This is an important tip for drafting. Never talk about the player you want in the chat. Never talk about the player you want in the chat. So I'm going to go ahead and put Zach LaVine in my queue. Zach is there. Evan Mobley. I'm going to put Evan Mobley in my queue. Where the heck is Mobley? Because Mobley is going to be really, really tasty. Maybe that's an inappropriate term to use for a basketball player, but he's going to be a really good option for the future. Zion is kind of the elephant in the room. How far is Zion going to fall? How far is Kyrie going to fall? How far is Ben Simmons going to fall? These are all exciting questions. I'm going to see if I hope I don't get any feedback from this speaker here. But these are all really exciting questions. Sabonis, let me go back. So round 2, DeJounte Murray went with the second pick in the second round. Joel Embiid went with the third pick in the second round. Trae Young went 4th. Vucevic went 5th. Anthony Davis went 6th. I don't know about that one. Sabonis went 7th. De'Aaron Fox just went 8th. I would not take De'Aaron Fox over Ja Morant. Oh my God. Rudy Gobert just went 9th. I am literally 2 picks away from getting Ja Morant and SGA. Holy crap. Let me make sure I'm making the right call here. So Bam is number 9, but he's injured. Joel is gone. Evan Mobley is 15. Taking Evan Mobley would be bold. But I believe
guess they had their eye on him too.
Darn it. Somebody got Ja. Darn it. That makes me so angry. Darn it. Oh, so I got to settle for SGA, which is okay. I'm not mad at that. I'll take SGA. Okay. I'll take SGA. And I think I might just go ahead and I think I might grab Mobley. I'm a little sad, honestly. Let me see where else I can do here. So I like Devin Booker, man, but I don't know. I feel like he could be really special. So I want to take a fly at him, but I think that Zach LaVine just seems a little more sturdy than him. I really like Zach LaVine, but the youth here with Mobley just seems like the upside. Like next year, it's going to be crazy. So if we keep this league together and him consistently rising up the ranks, he might be the player I'm looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and grab SGA for sure. Let me make sure he doesn't have a serious injury before I make a mistake. Oh, he's in COVID protocols. No problem. I can deal with that. So I'll grab SGA. Let's see what else we can do here. So Bam, I'm going to let Bam fall to me. If I can get him the next clip, I'll take that. I don't believe Mobley will come around. And I have very little Mobley Dynasty stock. So I kind of am very interested, but I feel like I can sneak my way to getting him later. I feel like I could sneak my way to getting him later. So I think I'm going to go with either Booker. Did somebody take my man already? No, I'm going to take Booker or where's my cue? I'm going to take Booker or Levine. So I think Levine, he's just like my go-to guy. I can't really say no to Levine. So I'm going to go ahead and grab him. Not exactly what I wanted. I wanted the SGA and Ja Morant, but so far we got Ja Morant at 10, Donovan Mitchell at 11, SGA at 12, Zach LaVine at number 1 for round 3. And let's see what happens now. So I'm going to have to wait a while. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look down the line and see what will be waiting for me. So far I have, move this mic over a little bit. So far I have Mobley in my queue. I'm going to put Bam in my queue just because I think, let me see what their ESPN is saying about him. They're saying Adebayo underwent successful surgery Monday to repair a ulnar collateral ligament in his right thumb. He's expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks. So that's as of December 7th. So we're looking at him coming back sometime in late January. It is January 1st. So I think I'll take that risk of doing the Bam Adebayo pickup because Bam is ranked number 9 in hashtag Dynasty rankings. So I'm going to take him. Let's see what else we got here. Devin Booker, I'm going to put him in my queue. I'm not sure if he'll fall that much to me. I really like Jalen Brown. Jalen Brown is ranked number 19 for fantasy on hashtag. So I'm going to put him in my queue. Really love Brandon Ingram. He has a injury. So let's check and see what that is. But before we do that, Zach LaVine went number 1 in round 3. Number 2, Fred VanVleet, which is a great pick. Jimmy Butler went at pick number 3 in round 3. So just to give you the rankings for those guys, for Fred, actually Jimmy is at number 20 and Fred VanVleet is at 23. Fourth pick of round 3 is Clint Capela. I like Clint Capela, but man, he always has some kind of injury issues. So I'm a little leery about that. Oh, somebody pick Westbrook. Westbrook goes in round 3. Now, here's the thing. Westbrook is going to give you some stats. Long-term dynasty, he's not a good pick, in my opinion. I can't even scroll down far enough to see where he's ranked. But what I would say is that if you're trying to win now, yes, I believe that high of a pick going on Russell Westbrook is not necessary in a dynasty format. But a lot of people who draft in dynasty are often influenced by what they see, in the rankings of the draft. So these numbers aren't real for dynasty. They're numbers and they're rankings, but they don't really count for dynasty. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not the way you want to.
Guess they have their eye on him too.
Somebody grab Bam. So somebody grabs Bam Adebayo with the 6th pick. Very, very good. Aussie Boomers is going to be a team to watch out for. Great pickup, my main man. Then the next pick at number 7 for round 3 is Drew Holiday, and then we have Julius Randle. Both not players that I would be interested in this format. But who I am interested in is Brandon Ingram. So I'll add him to my queue. I also like Karis LeVert. Even though he's a bit of a sell high, I believe if he lands somewhere, he could do well. I like Terry Rozier, so I'm going to add him. And typically for my queue, I only add people that I would like to draft. The people that I don't like, I'm not really, putting them on my queue unless it's someone that just offers a whole bunch of value. So Anthony Edwards, I'd be curious to know where he was ranked on hashtag. So let's see that. So Anthony Edwards, is ranked number 30, which is right above Zion, DeJounte, DeAndre Ayton, Darius Garland. I'm going to try to target him for my next round. And where is Darius Garland? Because I think Darius Garland, I honestly think I have Darius Garland on every fantasy team.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
Who did they just take? Hold up. Devin Booker goes, which is understandable. He's a great pick. But where is Darius Garland? Let me go ahead and put his name in. So I won't miss Mobley on this one. If I can get him this next round, I'm gonna feel really good. Even if I lost Bam, no problem. Jaron Jackson Jr. is another one to be mindful of big picture. Like, yes, he's like an average fantasy player here, but he's 22 years old. He's been injured a bunch of years, and also he's ranked number 27 here on hashtag Dynasty rankings. So I like the idea of Triple J. So I'm going to go ahead and put him in my queue as well. Who else do we have here that we'd like to add? I already put Cade Cunningham, Anthony Edwards. I think I'm going to move Anthony Edwards up for this 5th round. I'm going to grab him if I can. I'm going to put Ben Simmons in my queue because I love him. Porzingis, I feel like I always pick him, although I know he's going to break my heart. He's having a killer year, so I'm going to go ahead and put him in there. Jalen Green, he's droppable in some formats. DeAndre Ayton went at number 10 in round 3. So that would be round 3, Drew Holiday at 7, Julius Randle at 8, Devin Booker at 9, DeAndre Ayton at 10. We are about to go into pick 11. Mikhail Bridges, I want nothing to do with. Oh my God, he's breaking my heart. Scottie Barnes, give me some. Miles Bridges in the queue. Who else we want to throw in that queue? It's getting low now. Oh, Kyrie. Oh God, yeah. I'm gonna grab me some Kyrie. And that's the way I draft, and again, everyone has their own strategy. Cole Anthony, give me some. I put people in my queue that I want on my team. For Dynasty, whether they're injured or not, Franz Wagner, give me some. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the people. Josh Giddey is who I'm looking for next. Like, come on now. These are the guys you want for Dynasty. You want people that are producers now, but long-term could turn into all-star or superstar talent. Let me put in Giddey so I don't have to keep scrolling looking for my man. And that's my boy right there. I love me some Josh Giddey. Oh my God. Lonzo Ball goes with the 11th pick. Someone grabs Zion with the 12th pick. They are thinking about the future, and I like that. I like that. Michael Porter Jr. Now, Michael Porter Jr. going at number 1 for the 4th round. I am not okay with that because I'd be curious to see their team, but I don't want to take time to do that right now to see what they've done. But yeah, I wouldn't take Michael Porter Jr. I have him on a couple leagues, and I'm trying to get rid of him, for Halliburton, Ingram, DeRozan, Jalen Brown, Evan Mobley, all of these guys right now, even when he comes back, he won't be as good as them. So if this might be one of our auto drafters. And I don't know if we'll be able to, get someone to take his team.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
So after Michael Porter Jr. goes Brandon Ingram. That sucks. For me, doesn't suck for basketball. That's a great pick. Colin Sexton is an interesting pickup. I would put him in my IR and let him hang out later. So I'm going to put him in my queue. Robbie Williams is doing his numbers. I like Derek White, John Collins. I love Jared Allen. Rashad Holmes, I could probably get him at a discount. People are really sleeping on him right now.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
DeRozan goes at pick 3 for round 4. Smart pickup. Whoever grabbed DeRozan, that was an amazing pickup. I'm not mad at that in the slightest at all. So it looks like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more people before I can grab who it looks like would be. Shoot, it looks like I might be able to get Jalen Brown, who is ranked number 19 on hashtag fantasy basketball dynasty rankings. So if I can grab Jalen Brown, I'm going to be hyped. If I can grab Mobley, I'm going to be hyped. These guys, let me see who the guys I got to worry about. It's, who is my man right here? Let me see who it is. I don't know which one it is. Let me check and see the name of these teams because some of these guys are literally killing it. Aussie Boomers. That's who I got. Well, let me see Aussie Boomers team. Aussie Boomers got Doncic, Sabonis, and Adebayo. I'm not mad at that team. Let's see what my man Slovenia No Lucas has. Let me give my
guess they had their eye on him too.
There goes Jalen Brown. There goes Jalen Brown. There goes Jalen Brown. I'm going to text my kid. He's a little too loud. Like, yo, keep it down. He's playing this video game. Okay.
Shoot. Guess they had their eye on him too.
Every time you hear that on ESPN, your heart breaks a little bit. They're taking all the people I want. So Jalen Brown, gone. Tyrese Halliburton, gone. So now I'm looking at if I can squeak it by, it would be Evan Mobley and Anthony Edwards. That's where I'm going right now. I'm going Anthony Edwards. I would take Cade Cunningham, but like I'm not going that young. I need all of these guys are off the board. The top 10 off the board. Evan Mobley is in the top 20. He's still on the board. Jimmy Butler's off the board. Yeah. So right now they took Christian Wood at number 8. So we got DeMar DeRozan at 3 for round 4, Jalen Brown 4, Chris Paul at 5, Tyrese Halliburton at 6, Draymond at 7. I wouldn't take Draymond there. That's Aussie Boomers. Maybe Aussie Boomers know something that I don't. I just gave you a lot of credit. I don't know about that selection, sir. Christian Wood taken at pick 8 by the Canada Maple Makers. That means your boy Robbin Marx is literally 1, 2, 3 picks away from my next pick. So 3 more people go. And I can grab Evan Mobley and Anthony Edwards. Wow. Cade Cunningham is looking, it's tempting.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
You hear that, your heart breaks. Jarrett Allen is off the board, folks. I have 2 more. I have 1 more person. T. Jude is up right now. Everybody's snatching on my players. Number 9, Siakam goes at number 9. Jarrett Allen goes at number 10. The 11th pick is T. Jude. Please pick Tobias Harris. Just take Tobias Harris. Do us all a favor and take Tobias Harris. Come on. T. Jude is killing me. 47 seconds. Okay, so let's do this. So Mobley and Edwards are my go-to. Garland is still around too. Garland is actually...
Guess they had their eye on him too.
There goes Anthony Edwards. The Crapola. They took Anthony Edwards. You guys might see me cry on camera. I'm not even sure if this thing is recording because I can't see a visual of myself, just a screen. But the good news is Mobley is still here. So I'm going to take Mobley right now. I'm going to take a little time so I can strategize on who my next pick is. So after Mobley, according to Dynasty rankings here, the next best available is Cade Cunningham. I don't want Cade just because I need a little more security. So I'm going to go with Darius Garland. So I'm going to go a Cleveland back-to-back here. I'm going to go Mobley. Yeah, I'm going to go Mobley And I might hold up. I might not go Mobley. I might go Garland. I might not go Garland. I might go Collins. Let me see, Garland or Collins. I like Collins a lot, but something about Garland. Garland is a point guard. Like, and he puts up numbers. Like, one thing about him, his fantasy statistics are no joke. And I'm doing the double whammy. Let me just go ahead and do it. The young guns. Let's go. If I can get him back, then I'll take the other gentleman, John Collins. But I don't know if he's going to make it around. So just to recap, we had Christian Wood at 8 for round 4, Pascal Siakam at 9, Jarrett Allen at 10, Anthony Edwards at 11, Evan Mobley at 12, and then I took Darius Garland with the first pick. And then somebody responds, my man Tyler says, I should have got him when I had a chance. Yeah, I don't think.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
So Jaron Jackson goes at pick number 2 in round 5. I don't think that I would have done my draft any differently. The only thing that I might have done a little different, let me pull up my squad and take a look. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that I could have done differently. I could have maybe not taken Levine and taken someone else, but I'm good. I got Mobley. I was going to take Mobley with my third or fourth pick, and I slept. So I'm okay with that. So let's see if I can add some more people to my queue. So Miles Turner goes number 3. I like Miles Turner.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
There goes Cade Cunningham. Bye-bye. I like Miles Turner, but I'm not drafting him that early. I would say that Tobias Harris and Chris Middleton might be some crazy value. Let me see where they stand with Dynasty rankings. And this is the overall Dynasty rankings. On hashtag basketball, you can actually break it down for contending as well as rebuilding. So Tobias Harris, man, he's down here, man. He's really down here. Yeah, he's 68th. So there's a lot of people above him that I'm interested in. Namely, right now, I think I'm going to be targeting John Collins. John Collins is the guy that I'm targeting right now. If he can make it, if I can get him to fall that far. So far, we have 5 rounds done. We got a ways to go, guys, because for Dynasty, you want to make sure that you expand your rosters a little bit. That's kind of the way I've always done it. You don't want to just have the traditional, fantasy setup with 3 or 4 people on the bench with one IR spot. You want to make sure that you expand that roster. So we've expanded our roster to 18 with 16 keepers, meaning that you're actually going to have 16 people in your Dynasty team. Every year you'll draft 2 rookies. Cade Cunningham went at 4. Tobias Harris just went at 5th for round 5. Chris Middleton went at 6th for round 5.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
Miles Bridges is gone.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
Karis LeVert is gone. My heart is breaking slowly. But hey, listen, it just shows that you have some good competition in your league. If people are taking the people, if other owners or other managers are taking the players that you're interested in. Okay, so Miles Bridges at 7, Karis LeVert at 8. Right now in my queue, I am targeting John Collins. OG Anunoby, I don't even have him. I don't know about OG. Like, I think he's great, but he's just not for me. He's not my kind of fantasy player. I feel like he has really good games where he blows it up, but his consistency, to me, it seems like he's just not the most consistent fantasy player, He puts up monster games, and then he has like 5 average games in a row. Jonas Valanciunas just went with the 9th pick in the 5th round.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
And there goes Scottie Barnes. Scottie Barnes goes with the 10th pick. That is a great pick. I wouldn't have taken him that early. Like, he's not going in my next round of players. I might take the risk on Kyrie because I don't think Kyrie will make it past the 7th round.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
Colin Sexton goes. I think that's a great pick, but again, I wouldn't have taken him that early just because I know he's not going to be playing this year. Kyrie and Ben Simmons are really interesting options.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
Terry Rozier, it's sounding off now. So I think the way it looks right now, that chances are I'm going to have to spring for one of the two, either Kyrie or Ben Simmons in these next two picks, because they won't come all the way around. So Ben Simmons is ranked number 15 on #basketball. Kyrie is ranked number 54. Both are currently not playing. Kyrie is not playing because he is on the NBA health and safety protocols, but Simmons is not playing because he's just not playing. He's dating a Kardashian, and you know how that goes. So that being said, Richaun Holmes is somebody that I'm interested in, but he would go later. He is ranked number 43 on #. It seems like, is OG? I got to put OG down, because if I don't, I may be kicking myself. Oh, OG went already. What round was he drafted in? Oh yeah, OG's gone. So I think the top 50 is all pretty much spoken for here. Most of the top 50 guys are all spoken for here. Julius Randle is gone. I'm going to go ahead and put Richaun Holmes. He's ranked at number 43. I imagine that number may
guess they had their eye on him too.
Oh my God. There goes John Collins. Crapola. Man, it was going to be tough for him to come back around. So let's look at this. So Porzingis is ranked, and again, I have great concerns about Porzingis and his health, right? So I believe that he's just an injury-prone player. He is playing out of his mind this year. He's ranked 63, and you know what they say. You're an injury-prone player until you're not injured anymore. And this season, he hasn't really been injured. He's been a little knocked up, a little nicked up, but that's happening. Like, people are missing games for COVID, which is, just as substantial as missing games for an ankle tweak or an elbow tweak. And Porzingis has been rocking and rolling. So this is what I'm going to do. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more picks until I'm up. If Kristaps Porzingis, he's day-to-day. Let me see what's going on with him. He's doubtful. He's taking it. Load.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
Somebody took Porzingis with pick 4 of round 6.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
They are killing me right now. Man, I feel like I got stabbed in the back. So this is what I'm going to do, because we're thinking about the future, right? But we also want to be mindful of what's happening now. I am confident enough in my roster management that I can win utilizing the waiver wire. I'm really good at that. I think I can get by doing that. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead. So let me just give you a recap. John Collins went at number 3 for round 6. Kristaps Porzingis went at 4. Nurkic went at 5. Malcolm Brogdon went at 6, and Andrew Wiggins at 7. I feel confident enough in my skills with playing the wire that I will actually go ahead and grab Simmons and Kyrie in round 7 if they fall to me. If one of them falls to me, I will grab one, and with the other pick, I will take. With the other pick, I will take. With the other pick, I might take Richaun Holmes. I like Jalen Green. He's actually been doing okay, but I'm not going to take him right now because I think that I can get more value long-term with grabbing Simmons and Irving. Just because
guess they had their eye on him too.
Somebody grabbed Franz Wagner in the 6th round. I am not mad at that. I actually commend that. That is like bold as heck, and I actually love it. Wow. That's what I'm talking about. Now that's fantasy. That's a fantasy manager, someone who would take that type of a leap of faith. Man, you got to love that. So right now, and Jalen Suggs is doing really bad. So I don't want anything to do with him. Al Horford is someone I would draft just on the strength of his ability to put up numbers. So if I could get him later, I'll take him. I'll take Harrison Barnes later. The thing about Dynasty, oh, your man is up. Let me tell you guys. Number 9 was Franz Wagner. Number 10 was Kyle Lowry. Number 11 was Tyler Hero. And now Robbin is up. You know what I'm about to do. I'm about to shake it up. And I hope that people in the comments say something, because this is like not what you're supposed to do, but you got to do. I'm going to take Kyrie Irving. And then with the next pick, I'm going to take Ben Simmons. Let me see if anyone says anything. Oh, my God. It's so good. You can't even write this stuff. So it seems like the talent on the board is rising to the top, almost like, you know, when you're boiling vegetables or something and they start floating, it seems like some of the talent from the bottom is floating to the top right now. So people like Sadiq Bey, although he has been inconsistent over the years, he's looking pretty good this year. So I'm going to go ahead and put him on my list. Alperen Şengün, you have to grab this guy in Dynasty.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
He is a must grab. Derek White.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
Robert Williams off the board. So right now we have Kyrie Irving at pick number 12 of round 6, Ben Simmons at number 1 of round 7. Then you have Derek White 2, Robert Williams 3 in round 7. So I'm going to go ahead and put Alperen Şengün in my queue. He should have been there already, but I didn't make it this far. Now we're digging in the barrel. Jalen Brunson, grab him, because he's a starting caliber point guard. He is a starting caliber point guard, although he hasn't been a starter. When given the opportunity, he performs. He is like, you know, who does he remind me of? Ooh, somebody grabbed Klay Thompson with the 4th pick in the 7th round. Now that was triggered by my Simmons Irving move, I believe. That's not a bad pick. The only difference is that Klay is not as young as those other guys. And honestly, Kyrie is just a generational talent, and it's a whole nother level. Like, he's just on another level. So I would honestly say, if you're grabbing Kyrie Irving in the 7th round of a dynasty draft,
guess they had their eye on him too.
You're getting a good deal. Al Horford just went at pick number 5 in round 7. That's weird.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
Wouldn't have done that. Jalen Green, another person that I targeted. I'm going to turn.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
They're taking all my players, so I'm going to turn this off. It's breaking my heart. So Cole Anthony went with the 7th pick in round 7. Jakob Poeltl went in the 7th round at pick number 8. So it looks like it's going down now. The cream is rising to the top, guys. You got to grab the people that you want a piece of, and you got to run. So right now I'm looking for Jamal Murray, somebody that I will stash for next year. Jordan Poole, somebody, if in fact Klay goes down again, could be super valuable long-term. And also, he's just been performing at a high level. So I'm throwing him in that queue. I'm also looking for Kawhi Leonard, another person that I would stash for next year. Just a few stashes. And in this league, we have five IR spots. So you realistically want to have 1 or 2 players that you would save for later, but you want to keep the rest of those spots wide open, because you know that you're going to have to fill them with the COVID protocols and everything. And if my audio is going up and down in terms of volume, please bear with me, because I'm rocking off of 2 screens right now, and it's a little tough. So I'm just gonna adjust that for you. See if this is better. So Jakob Poeltl went at pick 8. We're waiting for pick 9 of round 7. It's going to be.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
Pick. I would have grabbed him too. I would have grabbed him. Really great pick. I love that pick, actually. I'm not mad at that at all. Montrezl Harrell is still on the board. Nobody wants Montrezl. That is sad. Is Montrezl out for long term? Was he? He's in the NBA protocols. That sucks. Sorry, man. He started out so strong this year too. So let's see who else I can add into my queue here. So as we're waiting for my man Tim K Jose, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can add a couple more people to my. Jeremy Grant goes round 7, pick 10. I'm not messing with Jeremy Grant. I don't really mess with that. I don't really like Jeremy Grant too much.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
Montrezl Harrell goes with the 12th pick in the 7th round, and then Jalen Suggs goes with pick 1 of round 8. So I don't think I'm going to grab Kawhi right now because I already have Simmons and Irving. Although Irving will be playing away games, he's still going to be sitting out a bunch. So I'm not picking him up to impact this year as much as I'm picking him up to I'm picking him up to be a long-term contributor. So he's still, how old is Kyrie? Let me check it for you guys. Kyrie is 29 years old. He has at least a good 5 or 6 years. And like I said earlier, look at your dynasty leagues with a 3 to 4 year lens. So he's 29 years old, had a whole year off, essentially. Kyle Kuzma goes round 8, pick 2. I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. Kyle Kuzma is supposed to be on the waiver wire. Do not draft Kyle Kuzma. In Dynasty, category, redraft points, nothing. Don't draft him anything. Don't even draft him a picture or a beer. No good. Okay. So I'm going to put Kimba. No, don't do it to yourself, Robbin. Yeah, I can't put Kimba in my queue. I could put Mike Conley in my queue, though. Let me see what he's been doing. Last couple games, 17 fantasy points, 27, 32, 47. He's just an older guy. He's just not. He only has a couple more good years of basketball left in him. So I don't know if I want to do that. But I do like him. Marcus Smart is another one I really like. Kawhi is 74th. Even though he's out for the season, he's still 74th. So it would be sensible for me to draft him. However, I would have a lot of ground to cover. I would start the season with 1, 2, 3 people that potentially are long-term. So I can't take Murray and Kawhi. Murray is a little younger than Kawhi, but Kawhi is an MVP level talent. So having him in the stash and getting him back healthy could work in an owner's favor. So that's something to consider. I don't know if I want to do it, but I'm going to look at it again and just kind of get a better idea of what I want to do here. So yeah, at this point in the draft, you really got to be careful because you're also trying to build a team to compete right now. So I'm adding a few players like Devin Vassell, Kevin Love, and Gary Trent Jr. to make sure that I have some of those people that will, hold the team down. With the 3rd pick in the 8th round, Desmond Bane. I like Desmond Bane.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
That soon in a dynasty draft, but I could be wrong. Gordon Hayward goes. Love that pick. Chris Boucher at pick 5. Mo Bamba with pick 6. RJ Barrett with pick 7. Love all of those picks. Okay, so I'm a couple of picks away. So I'm actually 1, 2, 3, 4 picks away from my next 2 picks. I'm going to go with Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi. I'm going to stash Kawhi. I got to take Kawhi or Murray. So I'm going to take Kawhi. I just can't not take him, but I know that in this kind of a format, you're taking the risk of having a spot on the bench that's just wasted. But for me, again, I have a lot of confidence in being able to manipulate the waiver wire. So I'm going to go with Kawhi and maybe Josh Giddey. Am I pushing it with Josh Giddey? Josh Giddey is the truth, man. I love Josh Giddey. So let's see. On paper here, Dinwiddie, Kemba Walker, Buddy Hield are all the guys that would be up right now on my rankings, or I'm sorry, on my queue. The next person that's up, according to the rankings, is Mikhail Bridges. Mikhail Bridges has been annoying me this season, and it's been really, really disappointing. So I'm not going to do that. However, Mike Conley went in the 8th round with the 8th pick. I wouldn't have done that. I would have got him later. Yeah. So I'm going to take Kawhi because I'm going to just get it out of the way, and I'm going to
guess they had their eye on him too.
Sadiq Bey goes. Like that. Let's see what Josh Giddey's been doing the last couple games.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
Josh Giddey's been okay, but he's getting minutes. So I think that's the thing about Josh Giddey. You got to, I'll be sick if I don't get Josh Giddey, right? Because in 2 years, he could be like something totally different. Sadiq Bey goes at number 9. Gary Trent Jr. goes at number 10. Devin Vassell is in the top 100 here. I don't know about that one, but where is Josh Giddey ranked in? For hashtag basketball, I believe he's going to rise a lot. Man, that's going to be, I'm rolling the dice by taking Giddey.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
Mikhail Bridges goes. I'm up. Great. So we're going to do definitely Kawhi. I'm going to take my little time so I can kind of look at the board and see what else is out there. And then I want to have a quick look at my team. So far I got Darius Garland, SGA, Levine, Mobley, the Joker, Irving, Simmons. Mind you, Simmons will not be playing this year most likely. So you can't even count him. So in my starting lineup, I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, spots to fill. So I can't miss out on Kawhi. So I'm going to just go ahead and grab him now and have him sit on the bench. And for the next pick, this is where I'm going to have to decide who would I take out of all of these players, just because I really like Josh Giddey. I think Josh Giddey is, statistically sound. I love what he's doing. He's a big point guard. He plays 2 positions. I don't know who I'm convincing, myself or you. I'm going to go ahead and just go with him before I lose him. Josh Giddey. Man, that's bold. That is a bold pick. They must think I'm crazy. So far, there's still a few more targets that I have in mind here. Jude K says, where did you see Kawhi and Giddey? I had to scroll way down, buddy. Trust me. Kemba is interesting. I don't want to set myself up for the pain. Spencer Dinwiddie, I like Spencer Dinwiddie. I think he's great. Again, don't want to set myself up for the pain, but he's value. If he's still around, that's someone I would look at. Right now I have to start looking at players who can produce right now. So for me, people like Alperen Şengün, although I am quite interested in drafting him, then he's not going to really produce on the level that I need this season. So right now, I'm in the market for some strong small forward play. There's a surplus of guards, it seems like, in fantasy, but also on my roster. So after Josh Giddey at pick 1 of the 9th round, PJ Washington went at 2, Dylan Brooks went at 3, Josh Hart at 4, and Marcus Smart at 5. All really good picks. All really good picks. I'm not interested in any of those players for Dynasty right at this point of the draft, but definitely really, really good picks. I think for me, my next targets would have to be let me see what Maxi's been doing the last couple of games. Yeah, I just really like Maxi. Like, people sleep on Maxi. I think, and Maxi again is a young guy. Chances are that Ben Simmons is not going to come back, right? Ben Simmons is not going to be a member of the Philadelphia 76ers in the near future. So, this would be the time to grab someone like him. But again, we're talking about winning right now. Harrison Barnes is an interesting pick. Over the last couple games, he's been.
Guess they have their eye on him too.
20s. He's averaging 30 fantasy points. It's not a sexy name. It's not something that you're super duper hyped about, but it's consistency, and it's something and someone that would provide the kind of consistency needed to perform well in fantasy. So I'm going to be targeting most likely Harrison Barnes, which is pretty sad to say, but it is what it is. So Nickeil Alexander-Walker goes 6th.
Guess they have their eye on him too.
Kevin Porter goes 7th in round 9. Jonathan Isaac goes 8th. He's stashing him. And look, Harrison Barnes goes 9th in the 9th round. Great pick. There he goes. So my guys are flying off the board. I'm going to say that my next targets would be Maxey, Poole. I don't really mess with Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield is here. The inconsistency. So like Buddy Hield will put up a game like he put up on December 22nd, 33.6 fantasy points according to the scoring system of this league. But the next game, 1.2. Then he scores 30.
Guess they have their eye on him too.
I want no parts of that level of inconsistency. Pick number 10 of round 9, Jalen Brunson. Great pick. I love that. That is G. Woo, so good. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Maxey for my next pick.
Guess they have their eye on him too.
Ooh, Spencer Dinwiddie goes. Kemba Walker goes. Jamal Murray goes. Whoa. Jamal Murray with number 11 pick. Spencer Dinwiddie with the 12th pick. And with the 10th pick, Kemba Walker. That is because Slovenia No Lucas, the team, Slovenia No Lucas, is auto drafting and did not do a draft strategy. I hope that doesn't ruin this league. This is fun nonetheless. So Keldon Johnson, is he even rated up there? We got Keldon Johnson. I don't want any parts of Mitch Robinson. Yeah, it's slim pickings at this slim pickings at this point. Oh, Andre Drummond, stay away. I don't want anything to do with Andre Drummond. He broke my heart. I had him in a dynasty league. Man, I was holding on to him for probably about 3 years. I probably held on to Drummond for about 3 years. Couldn't move him for nothing. No one would take a trade. He would get traded to Cleveland. He get traded to LA. He gets signed by LA. He was arguably the biggest heartbreaker in a bad way in my experience with fantasy. I will never. I want nothing to do with Drummond. Nothing. He's probably a nice guy in real life, though. I'm not like, I don't want no problem with you, Drummond. Like, you're probably a nice guy. I just want nothing to do with you. Team J. Jose grabs James Wiseman with the 3rd pick in the 10th round. Marcus Morris goes with pick 2 in round 10. And of course, Spencer Dinwiddie went 12th in round 9, and Kemba Walker went 10th went first in round 10. So I need to fill out my spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more picks. We're almost there. This is going to be a long tail draft. We've already been in an hour and we are not even halfway there. This is miserable. I should have adjusted the time for the picks, but you know what? It is what it is. It's a learning experience. You got to just roll with the punches. So next up, well, actually, I don't know if I'm going to do the entire draft. Maybe I'll should I do the whole draft? That's going to be long, man, to record this whole thing. What do you guys want to do? Oh, you can't speak because I'm not recording live. I would imagine that people would want to see most of the whole thing. So let's do this. Let's at least do the starters. And then if you guys want, I'll do a video to go through the rosters of my team and some of the other strong teams in the league. So right now I have one more pick. I'll do my next 2 picks and then we'll sign off. And then if you guys want to see the rest, you can always, make a comment and I'll gladly do another video to just break down the rosters because I want to be respectful of your time, but also I don't want to get into the habit of doing 2-hour podcasts. This off top is the longest podcast we've ever done for Game Pick. So I don't want to be like pushing.
Okay. Guess they had their eye on him too.
Let's talk about it. Marcus Morris Sr. goes round 10, pick number 2. James Wiseman, pick number 3. Devontae Graham, pick number 4. Bobby Portis, pick number 5.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
Pick number 6. I am taking my man Tyrese Maxey before I lose him. I am literally 4 picks away. Isaiah Stewart goes at number 7. Come on, give me Maxey. I just need 4 more picks and I'm up. I'm gonna grab Maxey. I don't know about Poole. I almost want to get Maxey and Sengun, just like because he won't be around. But I need to win now. But man, there's nothing to win with. What am I gonna pick? Sengun could be a generational talent. He's out. Expected to be out probably for a week, and we'll see. According, he suffered a significant ankle sprain. Sengun suffered a significant ankle sprain on Friday. He's shown flashes in relatively limited minutes this season, averaged 9.6 points, 4.8 rebounds, 2.8 assists.
Guess they had their eye on him too.
I'm reading this as someone grabbed him in round 10, pick 8. Great pick, my man. Love that. I am taking Maxey and Poole. What has Poole been doing? No, I'm not taking Poole. Poole looks like basura. I'm not taking that. I'm not taking any chances with that. Andre Drummond goes. Oh my God. God bless your heart. Ugh. Pusha T voice. Yuck. I want nothing to do with Andre Drummond. I don't even like Different Strokes. Now, if you guys don't know what that is, it's a show from the 70s and 80s. I don't want nothing to do with Different Strokes because I don't like Mr. Drummond. He might be a nice guy though. I don't want no problems. Come on, let's be friends. So what am I gonna do here? I got slim pickings. I got 2 more picks. I'm gonna make you guys proud. I'm gonna grab Maxey for Sheezy. For my next pick, besides him, let me see. This is looking shady McGrady down here, boy. You in the mud. You in the mud. Keldon Johnson goes. You in the mud, Rob. You got to get it together, boy. Norman Powell goes. Okay, Keldon Johnson goes with the 10th pick. Norman Powell goes with the 11th. I am up, and this is how we're going to end the show. So let's do this. There's nothing special beyond what is in my queue. I repeat, there is nothing special than what is in my queue. Nothing. I have 1 minute left for this pick. My first of 2. I'm going to take Maxey. God knows this looks gross down here, man. Trevin Bluett. Bo. Oh, heck to the no. Tony Brown. What the heck? What are y'all doing? Yuck. All right, I'm taking Tyrese Maxey with bang. Tyrese Maxey, round 10, pick 12. And next, man, let me look at my chart here to see if there's anything. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, I want nothing. Oh, he went already. I'm good. Chris Duarte, nope. Well, Chris Duarte might be special because they're going to trade a bunch of guys. It might be the time to actually grab Duarte. But is that too soon to grab Duarte? Let's see what his ranking is here. Let's see what Duarte's ranking is here. Duarte's ranking here. He ain't even ranked. They're like, who is that? Ugh. For what? 460? Oh, heck no. Okay. God, I don't want to take Jordan Poole. Never take the person you don't want to take. Nick Claxton is interesting. I like Nick Claxton. He's got the starting spot. I said I need some centers and some forwards. Yes, he's a young guy. But you know what? He's ranked 130. Is it going to be Nick Claxton? I think it has to be, right? Oh, that's gross too. I don't want to do that. I don't want to take Nick Claxton. Oh, God.
Quick, make your pick.
K-Love it is. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me for the Pick Fantasy Basketball podcast. I'm your host, Robbin Marx. This has been an amazing experiment. I drafted Kevin Love with the first pick in the 11th round, just because with the amount of time he's playing, he's putting up the kind of numbers that I need, and he's kind of one of the pieces that I need to have a reasonably successful season in Dynasty this year. But he's not going to be a long-term option. But enough of me justifying why I picked Kevin Love. I want to thank you so much for joining us. Whether you're listening, whether you're watching on YouTube, please do me a big favor and follow or subscribe. Tell a friend about us, and also join us on the Discord server. We grew about, I want to say, 100 members in the last 3 days because of this particular league. So I'm really excited about doing more Dynasty leagues for folks who want to learn about Dynasty, but also for people who love fantasy. I really look forward to helping you crush your league this year. Please reach out to me if you have any questions. I'm Robbin Marx. Talk to you soon.